What's going on, everybody? Hope all is well. So today we have a video on a lawyer in New York that makes 251K a year, and let's see how he spends his money. All right, let's get into it.
In total, my total savings comes out to $1,000. I'm a 27-year-old attorney. I make roughly 258K a year, and this is how I spend my money in New York.
All right, right off the bat, he's 27. You could tell he works a lot as a lawyer in New York. I mean, the bags under his eyes. I mean, I don't know. Hair and makeup couldn't do a better job of like covering up those bags under his eyes. I don't know, but you could tell this dude works a lot.
City. Starting with my pre-tax income, my base salary is around 225K, and then on top of that I get a bonus of 26K provided I hit a minimum hours target, and then I get roughly
All right, that bonus is based on billable hours. So billable hours is the amount of hours a lawyer is able to charge their clients. Um, I I remember when they had that Rico case with Young Thug and Gunna. The case was a complete. I mean, it was insane. You know, complete train wreck. But the real winners in that case were the lawyers. Why? Because the amount of hours they were able to bill Young Thug and Gunna. So both lawyers on both sides, they're the real winners in that Rico case, and they ran up a check. So in order for him to get this 26,000 bonus, he got to bill his clients a certain amount of hours. All right.
7K a year in dividend income, which in total brings my total to 258K a year. So walking through this month by month with the taxes, my pre-tax monthly income is about 19K. I go ahead and max out my 401K contribution each year. I put in about $300 a year for my HSA, and then my monthly taxable income is 17K. My monthly federal taxes approximately 4.5K. My monthly state taxes approximately 1,000. And my monthly city taxes approximately $680, which in total then my post-tax monthly take-home pay is just over $10,000. On the bonus, as I said, I get about 26K a year in bonuses. That's taxed at about 45%, so that's almost 12K in tax.
Sheesh. That is crazy work. Damn. That's pretty much half your bonus gone in taxes, man. That's crazy. I mean, taxes, man. Taxes are the absolute worst. Literally almost half of your bonus gone, just like that.
Taxes on the bonus. After taxes, then my take-home amount is $14,300. So adding the bonus together with my monthly salary, total annual take-home pay is about $142,000, and my monthly take-home pay comes out to about 12K a month. Talking expenses and sort of in the responsible stuff area, the biggest chunk is my rent. In total, my unit is about 7K a month. I live with my buddy from law school, and we roughly split it. I pay about $3,700 of that. This is a 2-bedroom, 2-bath in the Williamsburg area, which is the area I've been in since law.
Yeah, that's smart. That's smart. If you ever like a responsible roommate and y'all live well together, you don't got no issues, it's smart to go, half and half on the rent. Nothing wrong with that. And saving money. So that's more money being allocated elsewhere.
Law school. And then moving on from that, my groceries expenditure is actually quite low. It's about 100. It used to be a lot higher, but my firm gives me free breakfast and free lunch, dinner if I'm there late, so I usually don't cook as much as I used to, so it's a pretty low monthly amount. Moving on to the utilities for my unit, my share of that is just over $100 a month. I don't have any student loans. I don't have any credit card debt, so nothing there. For my investments, I try and contribute probably roughly $3,500 a month.
Nice,
And what I
nice,
look for
nice.
there is just things that are as low fee as possible. I go for index funds, preferably ETFs, and I really try and just kind of set it and forget it and be very passive with my
Smart.
investing. Aside from
Yeah,
that,
that's one of the easiest ways to invest. You could set it and forget it. Invest in a low cost, ETF that tracks the S&P 500, and you set aside a X amount of dollars every month, and that's gonna get automatically in, be invested into the S&P 500. Set it, forget it, you'll be fine. Yeah, you know, th- this is just beautiful. You know, Main thing here is he got no student loans, no credit card debt. So everything is being allocated towards investing. Yeah, this is it's just gorgeous. So far, everything is just he's hitting everything on all cylinders.
my laundry costs are $0 because we do have a free in-unit laundry. I do not own a car in New York because I really just prefer the public transit, which comes out to $160 a month, which I think is, I don't know, roughly the max that you can pay for your subway. I ride that in every day. So in total, my total responsible spending is about $7,500. Moving on from the responsible stuff and then into the irresponsible stuff, in the fun/random category, I put about $200, and I kind of lumped into their concert tickets and movie tickets. On the alcohol part, I put $400. I would not say that's all for me. I think I find myself like buying rounds for drinks for people when I'm out. But one of the big reasons I live in Williamsburg is how many good bars there are in the area. Places like Duck Duck, spots like Pete's Candy Store, I think are really great bars that I like to try and visit. And then Ubers, I try not to Uber very much. I'm a big fan of the subway. I probably take one or two a month, so that's about $40, which brings my total irresponsible spending down to $650 a month. And then in the bonus spending, the biggest thing here is going to be eating out. I do eat out a lot. I think it's just one of the big perks of living in New York. So I have $900 down per month for that. As of now, my favorite restaurant, pretty close to where I am in Williamsburg, is called Soleil Soleil. Maybe we'll throw the name up or something, I don't know, but it's a cool spot, pretty recently opened. It's run by this couple and they're great, so highly recommend there. Travel, that varies a lot. I think I put $200 a month for the average, but it can be anywhere from $0 to pretty recently, before the summer ended, I was in Japan and Indonesia, and that was probably $1,500, so it can range a lot. Gym/fitness, I'm a climber, so I'm a member of a climbing gym, Vital, and that is about $130 a month. Hair, I get my hair cut about every 2 months. It's about $60 each time, so average that out to $30. Clothes, I put $150 per month. That might be a little high. I usually try and just buy secondhand. There's a lot of good secondhand and thrift stores in the city, so I try and take advantage of that. Coffee, I don't drink coffee, so that's at $0. And then subscriptions, I also put at $0. The only one I really use is Spotify, and I'm still on my parents' plan.
Yep, there it is. He has no subscriptions, no Netflix, no Hulu, no Paramount Plus, no none of that. So, like I said, you could tell he works a lot, man. He's 27, but he looked 37 right here. I mean, the bags on his eye, under his eyes, yeah, you could tell this guy be working.
So not much there, which brings my total bonus spending to $1,410 a month about. So in terms of my saving goals, short or long term, I don't have anything crazy or any like fixed dollar amount I'm trying to hit. I really would just like to continue to grow my investments. I am interested in home ownership, obviously, at some point, but I don't think I see that here in New York, frankly. The price of owning a home in New York is just a
Yeah,
lot.
housing costs in New York is just through the roof. And let me not get started on the current mayor. And New York, New York is in shambles.
lot. And so I think I'll save for it and continue saving for it, but it's not something that right now that I'm thinking about or here in New York that I'm thinking about. So for my savings, my 401k, as I said, I try and max it out each year. But I started at my law firm somewhat recently, so right now my 401k is about 25,000, maybe a bit higher right now. On cash, I try and keep about $25,000 liquid. That's what I feel comfortable with. And then for my other investments, which is mostly stocks and ETFs and index funds, that's about $250,000. Again, there I really just try and target things that are as low cost and low fee as possible. In total, my total savings.
Yeah, that's like I said. That's that's the most simple way to invest. Just get you a low cost ETF. Um, come up with a fixed amount and just put it on auto invest. Set it, forget it. No worries. Cannot go wrong. I mean, this is just from top to bottom. There's nothing wrong with his monthly spending. From the spending side, checks all the boxes. From the investment side, it looks everything looks good. You know. And also, he didn't mention anything about any kids, any baby mamas, no, none of that. So he's just going to work, uh, going out to eat, go rock climbing, investing his money. Some would call this boring to an extent, but this is just overall is nothing. There's nothing wrong here at all, man. It's just everything from a financial perspective. Everything is a okay, man. It's great. This is great.
Comes out to $300,000.
Nice, nice, real nice. And with that being said, thank you guys for watching. Until next time, you guys be safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.